So I'm just going to go over what we'll be doing the next couple of days in the library. If you've taken an online course before, or you may have done this in maybe another teacher's class, but the first thing I want you to do is to link your Google account so that you can submit work to me directly from like Google Docs or Google Slides. So in the news section, you'll see a link here that says link your Google account, and then it says instructions. So if you click on that link, it's going to open up a Google Doc that's going to list all the steps you need to do in order to link your Google account with the VLE website. And you just follow what it says, okay? And then once you've gone through all the steps, you're going to be able to see this right here on your home page when you log in. So if I go back to here, all my Google apps are listed on here now. So this will be blank if you haven't done it, and then once you successfully completed it, you'll be able to see this right on the home page. That's the first thing I want you to do. So once you've done that, then I want you to submit the last two questions from the address that you worked on yesterday. So the handout that I gave you yesterday had those two questions at the end that were asking about literary elements and then also about theme. And so those are the two that I want you to type up. So right at the very end here, you had, choose two of the following examples, and then also develop two theme statements. So I want those two examples typed out, and I want your two theme statements typed out. And then you're going to submit that to me in the Dropbox. So there's a couple ways to get to the Dropbox. So I've got the Dropbox link right here on the news section. So you can click on that. That will take you to the Dropbox. Or you can go to the Dropbox here, click on Dropbox through assessments. Okay, it will take you to it. Now you're going to notice that there's actually two Dropboxes here, but this one on plagiarism is for the academic citation and plagiarism assignment. It doesn't open up until Friday morning. The address is already open. Now also notice here, see if I can make this bigger. Okay, yeah, you got the binoculars here. So every time you see that, what that's telling you is that I've enabled Turnitin to check the originality of what you're submitting to me. So notice that's on both of them here. So I'm looking for original work. And so it shouldn't be from you doing a Google search or you boring the answers off of somebody else in class. Okay, so it's going to tell me what your if your work is original or not. So keep that in mind. Every time you see that, that's what's going to happen. Now, if you've never used this website before, this is how you submit work to me. So if you create it on a Google Doc, okay, this is going to be very simple now if you've linked up your Google account here. So you click Add a File, and then you're just going to choose Google Drive. And I'm just going to just choose this. I'm just doing just a random file here. You're going to choose the file that you've written your answers out on. Okay, click Add. It's just going to take a second here. There we go. All right, so now it's there, but you're not done. You got to click Submit. Okay. And then you have to click Done. Until you click Done, you're not done. All right. Now you know you're done because now you have this little dot up here on the messages. And so when you click that, it's going to tell you that you successfully submitted it to the Dropbox. So Dropbox submission receipt. Until you get that, it hasn't been successful. Okay. So you have to click that Done button. Okay, so if you didn't get the email, it means it didn't work, and you're going to have to go back and do it again. Let me go back to the home page instead of going through the content. Okay, so if you go back to the home page, the third part, okay, so you're going to do a little bit of review on academic citation and then also a bit of review on plagiarism. So you can get to the content pages through the links on here, or you can also find the content pages just by clicking this. Yeah. Let me try that again. There we go. That's a little bit better. Something happened with the internet there for a second. Okay. So here you'll notice there's A2 academic citation and then A3 plagiarism. These first two ones, the web page and for just kind of like the title and then the expectations, you don't have to worry about. These are the ones that I want you to look at. So the content pages and the review for academic citation, or the content pages and it says discussion assignment. I'll change the name of that to just assignment because we're not doing a discussion for that part. So you're going to go to the content pages on academic citation, and there's a few links on here that I want you to review. It's just going to tell you what I'm going to be looking for when you have to cite any of your sources. So there's some links on here that I want you to look at. So like OWL MLA style guide. So have a look at that. It kind of explains to you what it is that I'd be looking for with an MLA citation. And it gives you some examples on how to properly do them. So read through this page. Okay, make sure that you might want to bookmark this as well so that you can go back to it at a later point in case you have to do some citations in the class. Okay. And it tells you different types of, if you're using an electronic source compared to like a book source, and how to properly cite them. Okay, so there's that. And then you're going to go to the assignment. The assignment is just basically, it's a review. So make sure you have a pretty good understanding of what MLA citation is and how to properly do it. If you're using a Chromebook, you're going to have to enable the flash. Okay, and then it's just going to give you examples, and you have to tell me which one is correct. Okay, so there's going to be several of these, and it's going to keep making you do it until you get it correct. Okay, so you just choose the one that you think is correct, and so you can see that one is not correct. So you're going to have to go back, review MLA citation, have a look at all this, and then try to figure out which one of these is the correct one. Okay, and so you keep doing that until you finish the review. Then just take a screenshot, and then you're going to email that to me when you're done. Okay, that's that part. My email's right there. Okay, so Brian Archibald at ocdsb.ca. Make sure there's a dot between Brian and Archibald. Now, if we go back to the table of contents, the plagiarism, again, you can just go right to the content page. All right, and so again, a little more reading. There are some links on here that I want you to look at. Okay, so there's a whole thing here about plagiarism from Wikipedia. There's also a couple more articles on how to avoid plagiarism. So I want you to have a look at these. I want you to read through them so you have a pretty good understanding of what it is that we're talking about here. When you need to use citations, when you need to cite, when is it plagiarism, when is it not plagiarism, okay? Read through the pages, click on those links, okay? And so there's more down here. What is it, how to recognize it and avoid it. Again, it will take you to the website. Have a look through the web page. Make sure you have a really good understanding of what it is, because when you get to the actual assignment page, I'm going to be looking for your understanding by kind of referring to these things that were brought up in all of these articles that I've given you links on. And then you're going to go to the assignment page. It's going to give you an example. And again, I'm going to change this from discussion just to assignment because it's not a discussion anymore. You are going to read through the example, and then you're going to have to decide whether or not it's plagiarism or not. And when you're typing up your answer, you're going to have to be referring to some of the examples and information that was given to you in all those links. Okay, and then you're going to submit that to the Dropbox. Now today, I'm just sort of expecting you to have a rough done. Okay, because I'm not looking for you to actually submit it to me today. Okay, so I want you to get a rough started. I want you, and then tomorrow we're going to be working on sort of revising that rough draft before you actually submit it to me. So that's what we're going to be working on over the next few days. Okay, so this the actual linking your accounts needs to be done today. The submitting the questions from the address needs to be done today, and then you should be at least started your rough draft on the plagiarism part by the end of the day. Okay, that's it.